Today we're going to do something from a part of the world there is a little bit of conflict about, and that is Ukraine versus Russia. I wanted to tell you a story. There was a very famous French chef in about 1890 or so in St. Petersburg that entered the contest, and he created a dish. And this dish was called Stroganoff, beef stroganoff. He named this dish after his boss. The name of his boss, of course, was Count Alexandrovich Stroganoff, who lived most of his life in Odessa. We're going to do this dish today. Total comfort food coming up. Hi, I'm Monika here with Fearless Cooking. Beef Stroganoff it is. We are going to need to have here about a pound of sirloin strip loins that I cut up in thin slices, some mushrooms, onions about the equivalent amount, and of course garlic, and then we're going to add some various spices to it. But the first thing that we're going to do, I'm going to put my beef in a bowl here, and I'm going to add just a couple of spoons of flour on it. That sort of helps me with my sauce later. Just dusting it off a little bit, which really helps your sauce. And we have our oil going here, and we're going to saute our meat out now. Doing this on both sides, getting it nice and brown, and making basically our base for our lovely sauce. It's starting to get nice and brown on all sides. I don't need to cook it all the way through, but I'm definitely going to put some salt in here now. While we're doing this, we're going to take this out now, put it in a bowl, and then we're starting roasting, sauteing our mushrooms and onions. A little bit more oil in here. I've got some olive oil here, and when we saute our onions now, starting to cook down a little bit. So now what are we going to do is we're going to add our garlic, and I pasted this garlic because I wanted it really creamy. This is a lovely flavor. I'm also going in with all the mushrooms here. Mushrooms cook down really a lot, so it seems like you have a lot of mushrooms, but in the end you don't. I'm going to mix this up now, and I'm going to reduce this, and make sure you leave this on high heat. Don't put it on low heat. You want to have these mushrooms and the onions, you want to make sure they're starting to brown, and the mushrooms will lose all their watery stuff. We're starting to get a really nice brown on these mushrooms here, and the onions are starting to cook down. That's what we want. Now we're going in with some herbs, and one of the first ones we're going in is with some paprika. But be careful when you put paprika in, take it off the heat and stir it up. Don't cook it, otherwise your paprika will make your meal rather bitter with your sauce. And I have here some thyme. You can use fresh herbs, of course. And I also have here some rosemary. And we're going in with pepper. Mix this all up. Oh, it smells terrific already. In the classic recipe, they've used brandy and doing a flambé, but you don't really have to do a flambé. If you don't feel like burning your kitchen down, it's perfectly okay. I'm now going to add back my meat, and this, make sure you use all your sauce that's left behind. It's a real fast dish, actually. If you're using top-notch meat, it doesn't take very long. Now I'm going to go in with a little bit of stock. You can use water. Oh, look how nicely this is coming together here. Beautiful. Very earthy comfort food dish. It actually got its popularity after the Second World War. Even it took a while all over the world to get there from 1891. But it's really total comfort food. Now you serve this with noodles, with egg noodles or rice noodles, or you can mix it with spaghetti or any kind of fat noodles if you like. Look at this beautiful sauce here. Just gorgeous. And it's very simple, all with natural ingredients. We don't need any additives. We didn't need any store-bought ingredients. It's all natural. So what we're using now is we're going in with some cream. Now, I prefer, instead of a dairy cream, I prefer a coconut cream. It's not the classic, but you know, Fearless Cooking is all about improvising. By the way, if you get a kick out of my video, I appreciate it if you would subscribe. It would really help us move forward in the big YouTube algorithm in this world. Anyway, let's finish this dish. We're going to put in some beautiful coconut cream. You can also use sour cream if you like, or any other heavy whipping cream. Creme fraiche is beautiful, but coconut milk and cream does it just the same. There we go. Let's just cook it up on high heat just for a minute, and then we're ready to give it a taste test. Oh, I love this sauce, and you will too. I'm gonna give it a taste test. Perfect. What can I say? All right, now just put a little bit more sauce on it, and that's it. Beef Stroganoff. For all you fearless cooks out there, give it a shot.